Demons are frequently depicted as frightening and wicked entities in the realm of webtoons. But what happens when the main character in the story possesses demonic abilities? This video examines 10 interesting works of art in which the protagonist possesses demonic abilities and analyzes the particular problems they encounter in their pursuit of power, atonement, or just survival. These stories give a varied spectrum of viewpoints on the demon powers, from dark and haunting tales to cheerful and funny escapades. There's certain to be a demon-centric piece on this list for you, whether you like action, drama, or romance. So let's get into it already. Starting with the 10th spot on the list, the Book of Lagir. The Demon King is obliged to take the place of a worthless human prince, but he must fulfill his dying requests or never return to his old body. He and his demon companions must train, combat the angels, and race against the clock to fulfill their assignments before it's too late. The storyline is fantastic. At times, the main character appears unreasonable and difficult to relate to when the yellow-haired nightman appears to have figured out more by now, so those two things are a little bothersome. Overall, the art is good and the characters are nicely represented. Give it a shot and tell us what you think. Moving to the 9th spot on the list, Demon Devourer. Elric Mervinger, a member of a once famous wizarding family, is unable to use magic because of a rare medical condition. He encounters Mephistopheles, a demon who is trying to take control of Elric in order to escape a dragon's trap while searching for a cure for his illness. But the two end up being joined when Elric accidentally absorbs Mephisto. Will Elric be able to bring his family back to its former glory with Mephisto by his side using this new power? Read and find out. This fantasy manhwa is actually quite good. The main character is composed and calm, and the artwork is beautiful to the eye, and he can absorb powerful demon kings to gain abilities. Moving to the 8th spot on the list, I Was the Final Boss. Every great narrative requires a great protagonist, and Baphomet is no exception. The webtoon's concept is that he is a boss monster that transforms into a human after defeating a hunter. The plot twists right away in the first chapter. You'd expect that when Baphomet turned human, the hunter who killed the big monster would become his competitor. But no, Baphomet manages to kill him with one last shot, so the story doesn't devolve into the cliche of Baphomet being obsessed with vengeance against the hunter who killed him. This is an amazing webtoon. The art is great, so no problem there, and the story moves at a surprisingly reasonable pace. The chapters are satisfying to read and don't even end on the annoying cliffhangers that many action manga tends to leave off on. Moving to the 7th spot on the list, My Master is a backseat gamer. In a universe where superpowered heroes battle extra-dimensional monsters, Hyunsu is only a helpless bystander. That is until a godlike grandmaster from the medieval past named Chuanma appears out of nowhere and becomes Hyunsu's instructor. Chuanma covertly teaches Hyunsu the way of the fist in front of no one else. When his new abilities force him to join the fight against the monsters, Hyunsu finds himself in the driver's seat of a wild adventure with Chuanma along for the ride. The art of this webtoon is a sort of modern fusion and has a unique style that complements the story. The shading and colors are well done, pretty neat and organized. Overall, this is a great, classic plot, but I kind of like how the main character becomes stronger. Read it and you won't regret it. Moving to the 6th spot on the list, 66. 666 years. Advent of the Dark Mage. Diablo Volper, a powerful evil mage, was vanquished and locked away, but he awakens 666 years later as Jamie Welton. He vows revenge on the 12 gods with a fraction of the strength he previously had, a family and calm surroundings. It was a lot of fun at first, and I honestly expected it to be good because the first few chapters set the scene perfectly. You have your protagonist who is murdered and reborn in the future with a thirst for vengeance. He is so strong that you never see him study spells. He simply knows and employs them. His magic is so unique that no one knows what it is. Furthermore, the story became stale around the time he became involved in church matters, because the story now revolves around him attempting to unravel the mysteries behind the various churches. The artwork is excellent and the story is well worth reading. Jumping to the 5th spot on the list, Return of the War God. The protagonist is the most powerful Gosu in the Murin realm. He assassinated several other martial artists. 7 powerful martial artists banded together and encased the main character in ice. The main guy got liberated from his ice prison after 1,000 years. Many things have changed in him over the course of 1,000 years. He's becoming more cheerful. He adopts a dying child child and tries to raise her to the best of his ability. This webtoon is just fantastic. From the outset, the main character is overpowering. His demeanor is also endearing. He never takes pity on his adversaries. This manhwa's art is also nice. However, it can be a little uneven at times. However, these minor flaws do not detract from the overall quality of the manhwa. The world building is also coming along well. This manhwa comes highly recommended. Moving to the 4th spot on the list. Nurim RPG Simulation. Silaway is a demon cult scout who is murdered by the Manhwa sect leader. As he lies dying, he is confronted with a video game prompt asking whether he wants to restart and make fresh choices. Silaway resolves to survive and become stronger in order to get to the top of the demon cult. It's an excellent read, to be sure. All of the works in which the main character shows his unexpected power have a better protagonist. He isn't a reckless frickin' idiot, but rather someone who deliberates on what to do. He may also obtain more lives by killing other martial artists, and because the system is more centered on decision-making, the main character can restart his life as many times as he has killed other martial artists. Moving to the 3rd spot on the list. Reincarnated as an unruly heir, Jage, a rising martial arts expert, is renowned as the 10-strike finisher for his ability to destroy any opponent in 10 moves. Jage is also the son of the Great Martial Alliance's head and organization of ethical martial arts factions. His future dominance of the martial arts world appears to be all but assured, that is until he is slain by envious competitors. Jage is reborn as Kianso Ma, the villainous Shining Light cult's playboy second-in-command. This manga is great. The art is pleasant to the eyes, and the characters are well portrayed. The story might seem a little boring, but it's worth a try since the main character is really strong and has some demonic powers. Read it and find out. Moving to the 2nd spot on the list. Descent of the Demon Master. Our main character Kong Jinho was a brilliant academic and social student until he met a terrible end when he lost his family in an accident and became physically disabled. With this knowledge, he committed himself, and then he was granted a second opportunity in life where he survived and became a heavenly demon, where he met his awful end once more. Now, for the 3rd time, he is given another chance. This isn't your standard manga where the main character faces new opponents and sets out to save the world. The main character is simply trying to live a normal life with overpowered abilities, and it's a lot of fun. Of course, it may be a little monotonous and sluggish to pick up at first, but as the secretary arrives, everything turns hilarious. It's a refreshing change from reading manga, which is full of dramatic battles from beginning to end. The spectacular fight scenes and the reactions he receives from being overpowered provide a satisfying dose of enjoyment. I wholeheartedly endorse this. Reaching the 1st spot on the list. Return of the Mad Demon. Jahali the Mad Demon aspires to be the god of martial arts, but his dreams are destroyed when he falls over a cliff. He awakens in his 20s and has a chance at vengeance and a second chance at life. This is an amazing story. From the beginning, the main character is overpowering and brutal. The best thing about him is that he is not foolish and sometimes acts erratically based on his instincts. Side characters are also very nicely crafted. The interactions between the major characters and the supporting cast are always fascinating. This manhwa's art is also excellent with many exciting fighting sequences. This is a fantastic story that everyone should read at least once. That's all we have for today. If you find your next read on this list, then give us a thumbs up and share the video with your friends. Also give us your suggestions in the comment section below, since it helps us to give you more recommendations and present to you a better content every time. And remember to press the red button for more videos in the near future. Thank you for your time. We'll talk again soon.